Yo, what's going on? Mike from Mike Talk Sports. Today, the NFL schedule just got released. The entire schedule was dropped. And so in honor of this, I thought I would count down the top 5 games of week 1. Coming in at number 5 for the 5th best game of week 1 of the 2023 NFL schedule, it is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. Now, don't click off the video. I completely understand. The Denver Broncos were arguably the worst team to watch last year and genuinely one of the most painful teams to watch of all time. This offense was absolutely anemic this year, but in my opinion, the slept-on move of the offseason, the move no one is talking about yet is set to have a seismic change for that franchise, is of course Sean Payton to the Denver Broncos. I absolutely cannot wait to watch this game, not only because it is a divisional game. The Raiders, of course, won both of those games last year. They won 22-16 at Denver last year, and Derek Carr had a great game, but guess what? Derek Carr is not going to be under center anymore. This is going to be the first game of the Jimmy Garoppolo era, and more importantly, again, the first game of the Sean Payton era. Everyone is dying to know, is Russell Wilson actually broken, or can Sean Payton fix him? This game is going to be a perfect tone setter in order to figure this out. We really haven't seen guys such as Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy have their full potential tapped into yet, and there's no other coach in really NFL history that can tap into offensive players' potentials quite like Sean Payton. He's one of the best offensive minds of all time, so I can't wait to see this new look Denver Broncos. Also, you have some notable rookies who are going to be stepping up and starting right away. They are going to be expected to have a big load, and it is going to be Tyree Wilson and Michael Mayer, really especially Michael Mayer. I think he sees the field a lot in this game. Now, coming in at number 4 for the 4th best game of week 1 of the 2023 NFL schedule, it is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals at Cleveland Browns. This is going to be a 1 p.m. Sunday game. Now, they were 1-1. They split their games last year, and really, it was a smackdown when they played in Cleveland last year. The Cleveland Browns won 32-13. What makes this all the more interesting is that Deshaun Watson actually did not play in this game. It was a Jacoby Brissett game, and really, the story of that game was Nick Chubb. He ran all over the Cincinnati Bengals defense. So not only is a main storyline in this game going to be the quarterback battle between Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson, two guys who have seen very high highs at the quarterback position, but also it is a tone setter in this AFC North. Another small narrative I really do like going into this game, it is Joe Burrow's revenge season this year. Of course, he had an absolutely abysmal week 1 last year of the NFL season, going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, throwing 5 interceptions. So in my opinion, Joe Burrow is going to want to have a great start to the season, and it all starts at Cleveland. Coming in at number 3 for the best games of this schedule release, for week 1, it is going to be the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. That is the 8:15 Monday primetime game. Obviously, it goes without saying, this is Aaron Rodgers' Jets debut. There has never quite been a player as anticipated in a free agency signing as Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets. Even Tom Brady to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, at least the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won a Super Bowl in the 2000s and had some relevancy for the New York Jets. They really are relying on Aaron Rodgers to be the savior to catapult them into Super Bowl contention. He might retire after this year. So it really does start with week 1. Now, I might be a little bit biased. I'm not a fan of either of these teams, but I did go to Jets Buffalo at New York at MetLife last year. It was a phenomenal game. Zach Wilson actually played pretty well in this game, and the New York Jets actually defeated the Buffalo Bills, and so they split last year. So this is going to be a big Josh Allen litmus test in terms of what is his mindset, what is his mentality going into this year. You lost at MetLife last year. You're going to be facing a significantly tougher Jets team. Can you go into hostile territory and really shut up the noise that the Jets are the best team in this division? Make sure, Bills, you establish, hey, we're still top dogs. We're still the best team in this division. And this is exactly what this big Monday night football game is going to establish. Obviously, you have some underutilized talent on the Jets who we really have not seen utilized to their full potential. hopefully they have a huge game such as Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. Now that we got all of the divisional games out of the way, my next two teams, the final two teams, are going to be non-divisional games in my opinion. These are just more intriguing since there's only going to be one of these that are going to play out in the entire 2023 NFL season. So without further ado, coming in at number 2, it is going to be the Detroit Lions at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be the 8:20 Thursday night game. This is going to be the first game of the NFL season. There's so many storylines you can start off with explaining with this game, but really to me, right when I saw that this was the first game of the NFL season, I got excited because every single time I see Jared Goff versus Patrick Mahomes, I can't help but to think back to 2018, arguably the best football game of all time in terms of the entertainment perspective of the game of football is, of course, that notorious game again in 2018. Jared Goff up against Patrick Mahomes. This was Patrick Mahomes' first year, and this was Jared Goff's first year of being a good quarterback. Jared Goff really had that bust mantra before this 2018 season, so this season and this game specifically really were turning points in these guys' career. The Rams ended up winning this game 54-51. So first and foremost, I really can't wait to see a legendary quarterback battle between these two. I know Jared Goff doesn't get the rap as the best quarterback in the world, but hey, he is a guy who has been to a Super Bowl, so that is very exciting. Second off, you have two Lions guys who are going to get a significant amount of PT that we've never seen in the NFL yet, and I'm of course talking about Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell. Both guys are at positions of lower value, but both guys are expected to step in right away and have a significant impact on the game, and I can't wait to watch these two rookies for the Detroit Lions. Also, of course, you have the defending Super Bowl champs, and it is very notorious that the Kansas City Chiefs are an extremely prolific Week 1 team, really even dating back to the Alex Smith era of the Kansas City Chiefs, but of course, more notably with Patrick Mahomes, they've never lost a Week 1 game. So even if the Lions could beat the spread in this game, beat the point spread, and have this be a really close game for them, that would be an incredible sign that the Detroit Lions are actually legitimate. This Detroit Lions team is getting an incredible amount of hype. Some people are hopping on the bandwagon. Some people are absolutely hating on the Lions, saying they're way overhyped. Well, this is going to prove a lot of people right and wrong for this first game of the NFL season. Now, in my opinion, coming in at number 1, the best game of Week 1 that we really can look forward to in the 2023 season, and in my opinion, this is going to be the Miami Dolphins at the Los Angeles Chargers. Maybe the best offensive game out of any games. This is going to be 4:25 on Sunday. They did play last year. They, of course, are going to play one time again this year. This is a matchup we can maybe expect in the playoffs as well. So that is a really interesting kind of note going into this game. But again, they played last year, and the Chargers did win 23-17. Tua Tagovailoa did not have a great game. He went 10 for 28 with 145 yards and 1 touchdown. Can't wait to watch Quentin Johnston, the first-round pick of the Los Angeles Chargers. He's going to have a huge effect in this game. Also, very excited to watch Austin Eckler. How is he going to perform? And more importantly, how is he going to be utilized in this new offensive system after he did request a trade? Then looking at the Miami Dolphins, they're, of course, a very entertaining team. How is Tua Tagovailoa going to respond to all of the noise that, hey, he might retire because of concussions? How is he going to look out there? How is his play strength going to look out there? And really more importantly, how is his mental health and overall confidence going to look out there? Because he had a very scary injury, so that is a very interesting storyline in my opinion. Of course, you have Jalen Ramsey going to make his Dolphins debut, and you just have phenomenal skill position players that just make the game so entertaining, such as Jalen Waddle and of course Tyreek Hill. Thanks for listening, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this 2023 NFL schedule release. What, in your opinion, is the best game of Week 1? And give me some way too early predictions in the comment section below of some of these games I just mentioned. Thanks for listening, guys.